नमस्कार लर्नर्स, NIOS के PM ई विद्या चैनल में आप सभी का स्वागत है। मैं आंचल गोस्वामी, AO ICT वोकेशनल एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट आपको फिर से स्वागत करती हूँ। आज हम पढ़ेंगे बेसिक कंप्यूटिंग वोकेशनल कोर्स का लेसन 11 विच इज़ सिक्योरिंग द कंप्यूटर सिस्टम। तो इसमें बात करेंगे हम सबसे पहले कि सिक्योरिटी क्यों ज़रूरी है किसी भी सिस्टम की। जैसे हम कोई भी मटेरियलिस्टिक चीज़ को सिक्योर करते हैं, कोई भी आपके इम्पॉर्टेंट वैल्यूएबल आइटम्स होते हैं उसको आप सेव करते हैं विद डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी मेथड्स, वैसे ही हमारे कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में जो भी हमारा डेटा है, जो भी हमारा पर्सनल डेटा है, हमारी ट्रांजैक्शंस का डेटा है, वो सब हमें सेव करके रखना, सिक्योर करके रखना होता है। तो जितना हमारी डिपेंडेंसी उस सिस्टम पे होती है हमारे पर्सनल डेटा की, तो उतने ही हमें उसको रोबस्ट सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम, सिक्योरिटी मेजर्स से उसको सिक्योर करना पड़ता है। तो दिस इज़ द नीड ऑफ साइबर सिक्योरिटी, अगर हम ब्रॉडली लैंग्वेज में एक्सप्लेन करें। अब उसको सिक्योर करने के बहुत सारे मेथड्स अवेलेबल हैं at physical hardware level as well as at software level. So first we would discuss that what is the need for cyber security. If we speak in terms of major reasons, the first is data availability, कि जो हमारा डेटा है वो किसी और को, जो कोई malicious यूज़र है, जो यूज़र उसको किसी गलत इंटेंशन से यूज़ करना चाहता है, उसको ना मिले, और जिस यूज़र को वो चाहिए उस यूज़र को सही फॉर्म में सही टाइम पे मिल जाए। सो दिस इज़ प्रोटेक्टिंग एक्सेसिबल डेटा फ्रॉम अनऑथराइज्ड एक्सेस एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, कि कोई हमारे डेटा को अनऑथराइज्ड यूज़र या मेलिशियस यूज़र या एनी यूज़र विच इज़ इंटेंडिंग टू मिसयूज़ दैट डेटा, वो यूज़र उस डेटा को ना ले और उसको कहीं और डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ना करे और हमारे डेटा को करप्ट ना कर दे, डेटा को मॉडिफाई ना कर दे, कि जब हमें डेटा चाहिए, जब इंटेंडेड यूज़र को डेटा चाहिए तो उसको वो सही फॉर्म में मिलना चाहिए। सो ये डेटा अवेलेबिलिटी इज़ द बिगेस्ट रीज़न कि मेरा जो सिस्टम है वो सिक्योर रहे। दूसरा, अगर हमारा सपोज हमारी हार्ड डिस्क में हमारे सिस्टम में डेटा है, एक फिज़िकल लोकेशन पे है, जब हमारा डेटा क्लाउड पे है, सर्वर पे है, तो वो बहुत सारे ब्रॉड सॉफ्टवेयर्स होते हैं जिनसे वो प्रोटेक्ट किया जाता है एट सर्वर लेवल। लेकिन जब डेटा हमारा लोकल स्टोरेज पे है, हमारे एक्सेस में है, तो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि हम अपने सिस्टम का एक्सेस वो बहुत ही सिक्योर कर दें, कि किसी को हमारे सिस्टम में एंटर करना है तो उसको या तो पासवर्ड ऑथेंटिकेशन से पास होना पड़ेगा, उसको पासवर्ड पता होना चाहिए, पासवर्ड हमारा बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए। सेकेंडली, अगर वो पासवर्ड से सिस्टम में एंटर कर गया तो फिर से उसको कोई और साइन इन ऑप्शन आना चाहिए कि वो किस अकाउंट से साइन इन कर रहा है हमारे सिस्टम में। तो डिफरेंट लेवल्स पे हम सिक्योरिटी मेजर्स डाल सकते हैं। और ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि जो हमारा डेटा सिस्टम में सेव्ड है हार्ड डिस्क में, उसको हम फिज़िकली भी सिक्योर करें, इन द सेंस कि जो डेटा हार्ड डिस्क में है वो हमारा एनक्रिप्टेड फॉर्म में सेव होना चाहिए। उसकी भी हम जो है क्रिप्टोग्राफी एल्गोरिथम्स लगाएं ताकि वो आपका एनक्रिप्टेड फॉर्म में हो। बाई चांस किसी को एक्सेस मिल भी गया आपकी हार्ड डिस्क का, उसने अपने सिस्टम पे ओपन किया, सो दैट शुड नॉट बी यूज्ड इन द रीडेबल फॉर्म। उस डेटा की जो कीज़ हैं कि हम उसको डेटा को डिक्रिप्ट कर पाएँ, तो वो उस यूज़र के पास नहीं होंगी, तो वो एक सिक्योरिटी मेजर ऐड हो जाता है। सो इन दिस वे हमें अपने डेटा को फिज़िकल लेवल पे और सॉफ्टवेयर लेवल पे, दोनों लेवल पे सिक्योर करना होता है। अब सिक्योरिटी जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो इट इज़ अबाउट डेटा सिक्योरिटी, और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल डेटा की जब बात करते हैं, इट इज़ अबाउट सेफगार्डिंग कॉन्फिडेंशियल बिजनेस इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर्ड ओवर नेटवर्क्स। ये हुआ कि जब हम इंफॉर्मेशन एक सिस्टम से दूसरे सिस्टम पे सेंड कर रहे हैं तो बीच में बहुत सारा नेटवर्क है। अब उस नेटवर्क में n नंबर ऑफ़ यूज़र्स उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, तो बहुत ज़्यादा चांसेस हो जाते हैं कि डेटा ड्यूरिंग द प्रोपेगेशन, ड्यूरिंग द ट्रांसफ़र कोई उसको मॉडिफाई कर दे, कोई उसको स्टील कर ले कॉन्फिडेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन को, या कोई उसको उसमें एरर इंजेक्ट कर दे, कोई वायरस इंजेक्ट कर दे कि वो डेटा जब दूसरे सिस्टम पे जाए फिर वो सिस्टम को भी इफेक्ट कर दे। तो क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जब डेटा एक सिस्टम से दूसरे सिस्टम पे जा रहा है तो बीच में या तो ऐसा हो कि कोई उसको एक्सेस ना कर पाए, या फिर कोई एक्सेस कर रहा है तो उसको वो सही फॉर्म में ना मिले, ओरिजिनल फॉर्म में ना मिले, कि वो उसका मिसयूज नहीं कर पाएगा। दूसरा कि अगर कोई वायरस या कोई और तरह का कोई भी ऐसा मतलब एरर उसमें किसी ने एम्बेड कर दिया तो वो दूसरे सिस्टम को खराब ना करे। तो अगर ब्रॉडली समझे तो इसको हम कैसे रेक्टिफाई कर सकते हैं कि जब डेटा एक सिस्टम से दूसरे सिस्टम में ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं तो यहीं से ही डेटा बिफोर ट्रांसफ़र एनक्रिप्ट हो जाए, उसको हम एनकोड कर लें। बहुत सारे मैकेनिज्म्स होते हैं, एल्गोरिथम्स होते हैं जिनको यूज़ करके हम उसको किसी ऐसे कोड में डाल सकते हैं कि उसको सिर्फ वो ही यूज़र डिक्रिप्ट कर सकता है जिसके पास की होगी उस एल्गोरिथम की जिससे वो एनक्रिप्ट किया गया है, उसको रिवर्स ट्रांसलेट करने की होगी। तो इसके लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि हम डेटा को हमेशा एनक्रिप्ट करके ही चैनल पे ट्रांसफ़र करें। सेकेंडली, अगर जो हमारे सिस्टम पे जब भी डेटा रिसीव हो रहा है, एक नेटवर्क से दूसरे नेटवर्क पे रिसीव हो रहा है, तो वहाँ पे भी एक प्रोटेक्शन मेजर्स हो सकते हैं, जैसे कि हम फायरवॉल ऐड करें, हम प्रॉक्सी सर्वर ऐड करें, कि अगर डेटा में कुछ ऐसा है कि मलिशियस लग रहा है, इट कैन बी हार्मफुल टू द सिस्टम, तो वो और जो इस पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क के लिए इंटेंटेड नहीं है तो वो उसमें एंटर ना कर पाए। तो एक प्रोटेक्शन हुआ जो हमने सॉफ्टवेयर लेवल पे दिया यहाँ पे डेटा को वाइल सेंडिंग द डेटा। एक प्रोटेक्शन हुआ जो हमने अपने नेटवर्क में दिया वाइल डेटा इज अबाउट टू एंटर टू द रिसीवर नेटवर्क। तो इस तरह से हम सिक्योरिटी मेजर्स डिफरेंट लेवल्स पे ऐड करते जाते हैं। एंड दिस इज़ अ वेरी बिग एंड वेरी वास्ट सिस्टम जिसको हमें हर लेवल पे समझना पड़ता है कि सॉफ्टवेयर लेवल पे कैसे डेटा प्रोपेगेट हो रहा है, कैसे वो किन पैकेट्स में डिवाइड हो रहा है, फिर वो कैसे डिफरेंट नेटवर्क पे कैसे कैसे ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा है और किस चैनल के थ्रू हो रहा है। तो इट इज़ अ वेरी एंड you can say advancing technologies and which keeps on changing and upgrading। जैसे जैसे हमारा नेटवर्क, अगर जितना हमारा सिस्टम बड़ा होता जाएगा उतना ही हमें उसको और रोबस्ट और सिक्योरिटी मेजर्स नए नए लाने पड़ेंगे। जैसे कि आप देखते हो आप के ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के अपडेट्स आते हैं और आपके जो भी आप सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ करते हो उनके अपडेट्स आते रहते हैं। तो मोस्टली क्या होता है कि एक तो हम उसमें जो भी फ्लॉज होते हैं वो रिवाइज होते रहते हैं, दूसरा उसको हम और सिक्योर बनाते रहते हैं, क्योंकि जितना टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस होगी, जितना न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी आएगी, न्यू हैकर्स आएंगे, न्यू मेथड्स ऑफ सिस्टम को इंटरप्ट करने के आएंगे, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग हमें अपने सॉफ्टवेयर्स को उतना रोबस्ट सिक्योर बनाना पड़ेगा। तो सिक्योरिटी अपडेट्स भी आते रहते हैं, तो वो इट इज़ अ प्रैक्टिस कि हमें वो टाइमली अपडेट करते रहने चाहिए। थर्ड है कि पर्सनल सेफ्टी, के सिक्योर पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन ऑन सोशल मीडिया फ्रॉम हैकिंग। सो दिस इज़ वेरी ऑब्वियस दैट जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन हम अपना सोशल मीडिया यूज़ करते हुए सोशल मीडिया वेबसाइट्स पे अपने अकाउंट्स पे शेयर करते हैं तो वो हमारी कहीं पे भी लीक नहीं होनी चाहिए कि कोई उसका मिसयूज़ कर सके। तो देयर आर वेरियस मेथड्स कि आप उसमें पासवर्ड लगा के रखें, उसको अपने अकाउंट को प्राइवेट करें, पब्लिक ना करें। एंड वहाँ पे भी अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका कहीं पे कुछ भी मिसयूज़ हो रहा है या आपका अकाउंट किसी और के थ्रू रन किया जा रहा है तो आप इमीडिएटली जो भी आपके पास नंबर्स भी हो सकते हैं, टोल फ्री नंबर्स, जो साइबर सेल को आप इन्फॉर्म कर सकते हैं। तो उसमें आपको बहुत अवेयर रहना होता है कि आप किस तरह की पर्सनल इन्फॉर्मेशन हमेशा अपने उस पे सिस्टम पे डाल रहे हैं, आप अपना अकाउंट कहाँ कहाँ यूज़ कर रहे हैं, किस किस डिवाइस पे यूज़ कर रहे हैं, और हर डिवाइस पे आपको प्रोटेक्शन लगाना चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ आप पासवर्ड डाल सकते हैं, अपना फिंगर्स प्रिंट स्कैनर डाल सकते हैं। तो जहाँ पे भी यूज़ करें आप वहाँ पे ऐसा ना हो कि किसी के हाथ में आपका डिवाइस है और आपका पर्सनल इन्फॉर्मेशन उनको पता चल जाए। एक और सिक्योरिटी मेजर है कि आप जब भी अपना लोकेशन कभी भी अपडेट करते हैं किसी भी सोशल नेटवर्किंग साइट पे, तो उसको करने से अवॉइड करें, बिकॉज अगर वो कहीं लीक हो जाता है तो आपकी लोकेशन भी किसी के पास एक्सेस आ जाता है और वो ट्रैक हो सकती है। एंड whenever you are using different accounts, so you should use different passwords for all the accounts. Sometimes we use like same password for all the IDs on different websites, but should not be practiced. You should be able to you should be practicing to carrying strong passwords for all the websites. Last is national security. So this was about when we say about security, so national security is not just about the keeping the territory secure now, it is also about keeping the data secure. जो भी every data is on internet now, so national level के जो भी decisions हैं, जो भी पॉलिसीज़ हैं, जो भी कम्युनिकेशन होता है, दैट हैज़ टू बी वेरी सिक्योर. सो प्रिवेंट साइबर अटैक्स एंड डिजिटल स्पाइंग थ्रेट्स. डिजिटल स्पाइंग थ्रेट्स लाइक इफ एनीबडी इज अबाउट टू एंटर a communication channel, network channel, which is being used by police agencies, by scientific agencies, by investigating agencies, so that should not be should be enough secure in cyber terms ke that should not be leaked. If leaked, that should not be able to be misused or make any digital attack. Also, you should be aware of various digital attacks, various digital crimes, cyber crimes which are happening across the globe, so that you are not prone to them. For example, people are now using fake accounts, and they impersonate themselves as someone else, and they misuse somebody else's account. Moreover, whenever you are using your banking details on any websites, you should make yourself sure that you log out of the system every time, and you keep on changing your passwords frequently, and you keep very strong passwords, and you should keep on reading the password policies, reading the security mechanisms. You should keep update your systems, your laptops according to the latest security updates. So these practices have to be imbibed for regular use, either in mobile devices or in your laptops or other devices. You should be very aware which account you are opening at which device, and to remember passwords. So next is securing your system. So as we saw that there are cyber security is involved at various levels, from protecting your computer system, your mobile phone system, your any other system, and then you're securing your data on network at organizational level, and then at national level. So cyber security is involved at wherever data is involved, cyber security is involved. So what are the different mechanisms which we can use? First is password protection. Password protection at application level, at system level, and if it is an organization, then organizational level. So we have to use strong, unique passwords for all accounts. So making it strong means that always we have guidelines. Wherever we are creating password, we should follow the guidelines that how many symbols, how many small characters, big capital characters, and how many digits to be included in the password. And whenever we are creating it, suggests that the password is weaker or strong, so we should always keep a stronger password. Because password hacking is very easy when the password is easy, and if it is strong, then it is very difficult for the intruder to hack a password of any account. Next is we have to the latest updates available. We have to update our operating systems, our antivirus softwares, and whichever software we're using, we are regularly getting software updates, security updates, so we should follow that religiously. And if we find any threat from suppose from any mail, so automatically that goes to spam or trash, but we should also be aware that sometimes inbox also gets some emails which are not authenticated, so we have to be aware while checking any mail. And we have to pay attention to any security warning or security threat we are getting in your system. So whenever we are getting any alert in our system, we should be aware, we should check, and we should go to update our system. And if we have to delete something or we have to update any particular software application, then we should go about it. Next is antivirus software, which is very essential. We don't have to use any pirated, we have to use authenticated antivirus, and we have to install, update original antivirus programs in our system regularly. It is very important that whenever every system is linked on internet without, or we use some pen drives or data from another source, so it is important that our system is scanned properly. And we also have regular scans in Windows 11. We have quick scan method and Microsoft Defender also, so we can follow that and we can scan from there also. So this needs to be practiced. Other security measures which we can practice and we can follow is, first is email caution, that avoid opening unsolicited emails and suspicious links. Any link you feel like it is not authenticated, it is not from any authenticated user, or it seems suspicious, then we should not click that email. We should not open the attachment also. Software download, so we have to download only authenticated and reputable softwares. So this is also practice that nowadays we have TPM, Trusted Platform Module, embedded in our system, that if we install any pirated or any software which is not copyright or which is not an original software, then it will not be allowed to be used installed in that system. So ensure that your system has TPM and Secure Boot enabled. Secure Boot is when it is booting, it is always reading the BIOS system from the encrypted form, and whatever data is saved, it is saved in an encrypted form in system. And file scanning, we have to scan files before downloading or opening attachments. So mostly in all the mailing services, they scan the files before getting downloaded, so we have to follow that. And whenever we are using any external hardware, that should also be scanned before opening. Next is firewall. Always keep your firewall enabled to create barrier between device and internet. Internet and device के बीच में एक barrier बन जाएगा firewall, which will always first scan the packet, and if it is not for the this device, it will reject the packet. Next is to talk about cyber law. Cyber law has been developed to deal with cyber crimes. So when data is used, when information technology is used, people do crimes which involve any software, any communication device, any smart device, computer device, then the crime is said to be a cyber crime. And these crimes, handling of these crimes, what are the punishment in these crimes, what are the acts which have to be followed by the police while investigating cyber crimes, then there is a complete law, cyber law. They are different for different countries and they are global also. So these are the laws which deal with the electronic devices, internet and related services and crimes. And it addresses online privacy, intellectual property and internet usage. Anything which is related to data, which is related to accessing data, which is related to modifying data or misusing anybody's information. So crimes related to data information comes under cybercrime. So this law also protects the people against cyber crimes and frauds. For example, cyber frauds are like sometimes your account gets debited for a transaction which you did not carry out. So you have to take all the details and you have to report that crime to the cyber cell or the police, and they will find the accused and what would be the punishment, what would be the case. So we have complete cyber law which can guide through, and police follows that, so that to encourage right decision for a for a crime. So in this we have IT Act 2000. We will learn about its key features, e-governance and penalties. We will cover this topic just after a short break.
प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम स्वयं बने, हम
Welcome learners after the break. So before break we studied that what is the need for cyber security, what is the need at different levels from a system to an organization and at the national level, and what are the different types of practices which we can follow to secure our data at different levels. And we also discussed about that what can be the different cyber crimes and how cyber law deals with and how are they investigated in different countries. So now first we discuss about what are the different types of cyber crimes. So we can say online fraud. These are the cyber law. Cyber law protects the internet users from online fraud like credit card theft. Sometimes your credit card is stolen or misused by somebody to do any transaction which you did not do. And identity theft. Sometimes you are being impersonated by by any other person and which commits any crime or any offense. So this is online fraud. Next is copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is with sometimes any unauthorized download or unauthorized usage happens and which is punishable under cyber law. So copyright violators, what they do, if any copyright content under any authorized user is being used beyond the copyright license by any user. So this is related to intellectual property. So with cyber law, copyright violators, they are booked and it protects the rights of individual and companies who have actually created the content and who are given all the rights of usage of that content. So any unauthorized download or any unauthorized usage, it is punishable under this law. Next is defamation. Sometimes as we discussed that we have to be very cautiously while updating our details on social media. So we should not give any liberty to any person that he can defame anybody, and we can add some unaccepted comments or unaccepted post by anybody. So if anyone defames someone by giving fake public statements, wrong public statements, so this also come under cyber laws and it is liable for action. Next is cyber stalking or cyberbullying. Sometimes what happens that a person repeatedly sends messages and defamatory post to any user, and sometimes people threaten others also. So this can be these things are liable for punishment. Next is business ethics. Most of the companies exchange documents and also do transactions online, so their trade secrets are protected under cyber law. So trade secrets is about that what for example, logo of an organization, for example, tagline of the organization, the main image of the organization. So all these things are trade marks of any particular organization. So they should not be misused by any other organization, any other person. So if misuse happens, it is treatable under punishable under cyber laws. Next is identity theft. So some people use somebody's data and do transactions, and somebody hack another people profile also and commit different types of fraud, and also they make phone calls and they impersonate to be the relatives of any person. So these things come under cybercrime and they all should be recorded by the victim and they can be reported to the nearest cyber cell and they come under cyber law. So for this all these things are sum up in IT Act 2000, which we will discuss now. So what are the features of IT Act? So this act provides legal recognition to the transactions done via electronic medium. So any transaction related to any communication or any banking transaction, any money related transaction, or any media sharing transaction, all these transactions are identified as a legal recognition, which is any electronic medium transaction is identified as something legal. And this legal recognition to digital signatures for authentication of any information. So digital signatures are signatures in the form of data, or we can say a code is designed, data code is designed for suiting a specific person as signature, and it can be used by that person in place of its signature in hand. So it facilitates, so this legal recognition to signature, it is used as a proper signature, and this signature has been recognized as valid. Digital signatures have been recognized as valid by the government, Indian government, and this should be, so if you are sending any document which is digitally signed by you, it will be used, it will be treated that it has been signed by you. But what happens in some cases, somebody impersonated yourself and he uses your digital signature to do some kind of fraud, or he impersonates your identity through your digital signature, stolen digital signature. So these type of cases also come, and these are treated as cyber crimes under cyber law. So it the IT Act 2000 facilitates and regulates online correspondence with the government agencies and departments. So you can file online return, pay taxes, apply passports, Aadhaar cards, etc., and give online payments for these services as well. So this also comes under IT Act. IT Act also facilitates electronic storage of data. Even government banks such as RBI is given permission to store records in electronic form. So data which is stored in electronic form is an authenticated data. It can be used as legitimate data and can be, it does not require any other legal recognition. It has been recognized by IT Act 2000. This act also gives legal permissions for online transfer of money between customers, banks, and other financial institutions. And it elaborates the offences, penalties, and breaches related to cybercrime. The law contains what kind of cybercrime can happen and what kind of punishment is given for different cybercrimes. It also lays down the trial procedure and justice dispensation system for cybercrimes and its accused. It enacts penalties for offences such as damaging computer systems, committing cyber terrorism, etc. And also the act gets gets different amendments time to time as the cases arise, and as the committee suggests, it is amended also. And the section 66A of the act makes offensive messages illegal, and owners of the servers are responsible for its content. So if any offensive image is uploaded and forwarded on social media, its server owner will be held liable. So server have different security measures, different security softwares which protects these kind of actions. So this is for information that any complaint of cybercrime can be reported online through cyber crime portal. So link is given, and through this portal the victim can report an anonymous complaint where the victims or the complainants may disclose their identity. So this is the link for cybercrime.gov.in where you can file your any complaint related to cybercrime. So now we will discuss about what are the advantages of cyber law. This act addresses all issues of security on the internet, which includes personal, professional, and organizational security of data and services. the companies and organizations are able to carry out their business processes according to the legal provisions stated in the Act, IT Act 2000. It is followed. So it encourages healthy trade practices. Digital signatures have been given validity, making exchange for authenticated documents easier between companies and government organizations, and it has increased the utility of e-governance as well. The government can now issue notifications and circulars on the web for the general public. So these are about so we studied about key features of IT Act, that it has given legal recognition for electronic transactions and digital signatures. It has facilitating online correspondence with government agencies. It enacts penalties for cyber offences and terrorism. So anything which is not in the Act gets amended time to time and gets included in the Act itself by the government. And if you want to file any complaint, you can go to the cybercrime.gov.in website and file your complaint. Now we will talk about e-waste. So as the technology gets upgrading and the software gets upgrading and corresponding hardwares get upgrading, so the previous hardware gets obsolete and it is not compatible to the upcoming technologies, and it is useless in some terms. So e-waste management is a very big challenge for the government, for the people. So definition is like any waste which is old, unused electronic device and accessories. All these come under electronic waste. So it apart from its management, its harmful effects are more dangerous, because these are electronic items. These in chips we use different kind of metals, elements, and which cause harmful effects to the environment. So it contains hazardous chemicals that pollute environment and harm health. And if we pile electronic waste to some locality, the people around them gets affected very much. So e-waste has to be managed very well so that any harmful effect can be avoided. So what can be the practices we can use for e-waste management is recycling, refurbishing and reuse. So recycling is that we convert e-waste into reusable materials. We can use that metals, that plastic to contain some material which can be reused. Refurbishing is we renovate and resell electronics at lower prices. So if the electronics is usable to some extent for some purpose, so we have to use that to renovate that item into something else which can be used, and we can sell it. To increase its sale, we can offer it at lower prices. Also reuse, that modified and reused devices with slight changes. So it is a practice like we have to follow while using automotive vehicles, as they cause pollution. So such kind of practices can also be used in case of electronic devices, that we share electronic devices and we don't for small changes we do not upgrade the complete hardware unless required very urgently. So these kind of practices and under that different mechanisms are followed at different levels, government levels, so that it can be managed, it can be prevented to send any harmful effects in the environment. So along with securing the system, it is also important that how we secure any unused system, how do we secure yourself from any unused system. It is very much practice that at home also we do not keep unused electronic items. We should dump them or resell them at lower prices, and we should not keep them in home because they are not healthy. They release harmful chemicals which are harmful for humans, for respiratory system, for skin system, etc. So this was all about securing the computer system, using different practices, and how to practice e-waste management. For this, it is very important that everybody, for the person and for the people around us, that we should be well aware of the cyber crime which are happening in day-to-day activities by different people, and whatever is coming in news, we should be very much aware of all the crimes and attacks, and we should be able to prevent ourselves from such attacks by following different practices as we discussed. And more than using the system, it is important that we spread awareness about that, how to protect yourself from any crime which can get happened using that system. So because of the lack of awareness, because of the lack of knowledge of using the system in right manner, people get caught in different and malicious cyber crimes. And so this is important that we keep ourselves updated, our systems updated, adding all the security measures in terms of hardware or either software. So this was all about that, what kind of practices we can follow to keep ourselves safe. So if you have any query, you can contact our toll-free number, that is 1800-180-2543, and you can email any query related to cybersecurity for our content at aoict@nios.ac.in. So this was all about securing the computer system, chapter of basic computing course. Happy learning and have a nice day. Thank you.